Lots of storage vendors talk about quality of service. Some analysts even call it a must-have feature. But how much quality does it really offer? The trouble with conventional QoS is that it works at the LUN or volume level. So when you set min, max, or burst IOPS, you do so for an entire LUN or volume, and all the dozens of very different VMs inside get the very same level of QoS. And if you get those settings wrong, you only hear about it later when users start complaining. Enter Tintri, the only storage vendor that delivers QoS at the VM level and can guarantee storage performance for virtual machines. Let's take a look. This is the Tintri dashboard. You can see every individual VM, not LUNs and volumes. And here's the first cool thing. I can see the latency of each VM broken down. Latency from the hypervisor host, the network, the storage contention from system overload, the flash component, the disk component from flash miss, and the throttle associated with QoS settings. And I can see this at the VM store level as well. Super powerful and incredibly clear insight into performance. Now, because Tintri is VM level everything storage, there are no noisy neighbors, and each VM gets its own swim lane with a fair share of performance resources. But I might need or want to limit the width of those lanes. That's where Tintri QoS comes in. I just got a trouble ticket saying Exchange is running slow. That's not good. The root cause? A rogue VM is sucking up bandwidth. What can I do? Well, I can set a QoS policy on that rogue VM to bring it under control, just like this. Let's double-click on this VM to show a real-time graph of the IOPS this VM is consuming. Check the QoS box, and now I'm looking at IOPS normalized to 8K blocks. How do I set a maximum? Just right-mouse click on the VM, select Configure QoS, and set a maximum of 5,000 IOPS, or about 41 megabits per second. Done. I fixed this issue in under a minute, and I can see immediately that it's fixed. How cool is that? While I'm in here, my finance server is super important, and I want to guarantee performance on that VM at all times. The VM is showing some contention latency, which means it's fighting for resources. Let's use Tintri QoS to guarantee it some minimum IOPS. Click and set, just like this, and we're done. And the Tintri UI provides fast feedback and detailed visibility after the QoS settings are applied. See? No more contention latency, no more performance worries. And now I'm getting a call from one of my private cloud users. We have 3 levels of storage service on our cloud. My user is on the lowest level, but the performance on this VM just isn't cutting it. Will moving to a higher tier help? Well, with conventional storage, I'd have to guess, or try it and see. But remember, with Tintri, I can see where the latency is coming from. This VM's latency is mostly in the throttle component, which comes from QoS. So moving them to a better service tier will definitely help. No guessing, instant visibility, easy resolution. Quality of service set on LUNs and volumes doesn't help if what you care about is VMs and applications. Tintri QoS is simple, powerful, and visual, saves you time and money, and puts you back in control. Tintri is the only solution that can guarantee storage performance at the VM level. That's Tintri, and that's smart storage.